Hey folks, it's me again. Holy crap, that's like 4 uploads in 4 days. I'm in the wife's car. It looks a little different in here, I know, and she's got this weird thing for her phone where she's using it as a GPS, so it's not quite oriented the way I would normally have it oriented. Plus, she doesn't have Wolverine hanging from her rearview mirror, so she's a total normie. Anyway, I just heading back home from taking the dog to the dog park. And she's back there. Say hi, Kenzie. Hi, Kenzie. There you go. And I wanted to talk a little bit more about what I was talking to Irving Twin last night on his live stream on Discord. How Canada, to me right now anyway, is primed for a populist revolution, much like they've done in Brazil, much like they've done in Italy, much like they've done in the United States, much like they've done in the UK. And Poland and Hungary and all these places that have decided, you know what? Screw this globalist nonsense. Thank you. That's very nice. We're gonna go we're gonna go nationalist. We're gonna go populist, and enough with this political correctness shit. I think we're primed for it with all of the nonsense regarding Bill C-71, which is Canada's new gun bill, which is a complete betrayal of lawful firearms owners in Canada, who are the single most vetted and best behaved Canadians of any. They don't break laws. As a matter of fact, they have a much lower level of law breaking, despite what Bill Blair and the Liberals are telling everybody, and despite what the CBC is putting out there. Sorry, my hair's a mess today. I haven't showered yet. Anyway, and with all the bullshit going on with the excuse me, the blockades on the roads and the railways, and the completely ineffectual leadership of Trudeau and the Liberal government, people, I think, are at their tipping point. I've seen a number of comedians and commentators, talking about how Canada is broken, and I would agree, Canada is broken. I think we are at that tipping point where we're about time for a populist leader, and I just don't know who that leader would be. Now, I remember back when they were running the Conservative Party race, Kevin O'Leary came out and people were saying, oh, he's like Canada's Trump. I don't agree. Stop it, Kenzie. I don't think Kevin O'Leary is like Canada's Trump. If he's like anybody akin to a U.S. politician or U.S. Personality, I think he's more like Canada's Bloomberg. Stop it. He's got this sort of insulting attitude, this better than everybody else attitude. And I don't think he's a bad person. Don't get me wrong. I think Bloomberg's a bad person. I just think that he's, whereas Donald Trump is the kind of guy who is bombastic and boastful and boorish. He doesn't just insult people for the sake of insulting them. He insults his political opponents, and he insults people who have disrespected him or gone against him. And in that sense, you know, he's that much more honorable. Kevin O'Leary insults people just to have one up on them and to, you know, engage with them from a position of perceived strength. I'll probably get some people giving me shit for dissing Kevin O'Leary, because I know there's a lot of Kevin O'Leary fans out there. But I don't think he was the right person for the CPC leadership. I also don't think he's the right populist leader. But that begs the question then, who is? Who could we put up in Canada that could take on the establishment political class in Ottawa, that has name recognition, has traditional Canadian values, that is, you know, is more on the conservative side of things. I think we need a conservative populist revolution. That is like a political outsider, that is not part of the Washington establishment, has name recognition, doesn't give a shit about political correctness, and is willing to tell the truth about certain things that nobody talks about in Canada. Now, I'm a big supporter of Maxime Bernier. I like Maxime Bernier. I think he's a principled politician, but I think he's still he's an outsider insider. He's an outsider establishment politician, much in the same way that Rand Paul or Ron Paul were, and in a sense, kind of like Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders, though he's caucusing in the Democratic Party for the leadership, he's an independent. Has been an independent ever since he got into the Senate. So Maxime Bernier is kind of akin to that. He's a conservative, or he was a conservative member, broke off when he was basically shafted for the leadership. He should have gotten that leadership, by the way. I've been reading a lot of articles and a lot of things about how he was basically, that leadership was kind of stolen from him. He should have won the CPC leadership over Andrew Scheer, but hey, whatever. But he didn't. He started his own party, which did not do very well in the last election. Didn't make any show at all, really, which is kind of sad. And I do think he is the kind of leader that we need in Canada. I just don't think he's going to be able to pull it off in the next 1, 2, or 5 years. He's certainly not going to be able to win in this next election. He just hasn't been able to build up the party enough yet. Now, maybe his strategy is forward-thinking and visionary going into the next election, but I have a feeling we're going to be in the same boat. Maybe he'll get elected to his riding, excuse me, but probably not. I have a feeling that the Liberals are going to be tossed out and the Conservative Party of Canada is going to win. And then we're just going to go through the same seesaw that we do every couple of, every decade or every less than a decade. It's going to be, the far left party and the centrist party. Because the Conservatives at this point are the centrist party. They're not really a conservative party. And so we're kind of stuck in this sense. We don't have a true conservative party in Canada. So that's why I'm saying we need kind of a populist revolution. We need somebody to come out with piles of cash and the right strategy and the right, the right message to appeal to Canadians across the country, particularly in Toronto, and particularly in Quebec. Does that mean he has to be a French speaker? Maybe, yeah. And he needs to resonate a populist message of traditional Canadian values and basically take over the Conservative Party and do what Trump has done to the Republican Party in the United States. Basically, turn it into the Trump-publican Party, right? I think we're primed for it. I just don't know who that would be. And I was joking last night. It would be awesome if we had like a Letterkenny type, like a guy like Shorzy. A guy like Shorzy who just doesn't give a fuck. Screw you, Justin. Give your balls a tug, you tit fucker. That kind of thing. A guy who can, basically has fuck you money and can tell people to fuck off, and then say what he means to say, and have him be the personality and have his statements be in the news cycle for the next 24 to 48 hours, so that he just builds momentum. I don't know who that would be. I would love to hear people's comments or see people's comments suggesting who we could put up or who should step in and become the populist leader that Canada needs, because we can't. If the Liberals get in again at the federal level, Canada's done for. It's over. We're going to become a cold Venezuela. We're going to turn into a shithole of a country, and it's not even going to be warm here. That's going to be the worst part. But yeah, I'm interested to see what you people think. So please leave a comment, share this video, and put your ideas in the comments about who you think the populist leader could be. Who you think Canadians would rally around and say, yeah, enough is enough. Enough of this Justin Trudeau faggotry. Enough of this political correctness. Enough of this, diversity is our strength. Inclusion. All that crap. Enough of the nonsense, talking points and rhetoric. And let's get somebody in there who can actually speak truth to power, talk about what's on people's minds, and get Canada back on the right track. Because You know, as has been said by many people before me, Canada is broken. And yeah, let me know. Who do you think it would be? I really think the time is now. Anyway, thanks very much. Say bye, Kenzie. Bye, Kenzie. All right, talk to you later, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.